What to look for when you are starting to breastfeed your baby. That is the topic for today. My name is Dr. Noha Pola from Progressive Pediatrics in Union City in Bayonne, New Jersey. I have many new patients that come to the practice with many questions about how to know if your baby is feeding well at the breast. So first of all, I recommend that you immediately put the baby on the breast if both mom and baby are healthy right after the delivery. That is the best time to get the baby to latch on naturally. So if your baby's healthy and you're healthy, please ask for a baby right away and put baby right on the breast. Number one, when you're at the hospital or birthing center, ask for a lactation consultant to come in and evaluate the baby's latch. When you go home, here is what you're looking for to ensure that your baby's feeding well. Some general parameters are every newborn should be feeding 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. That's every 2 to 3 hours. Please do not let the baby sleep longer than 3 hours in a row without eating in the first 2 weeks of life. Number two, please make sure that the baby is awake and sucking actively for at least 20 minutes for each one of those feeds. If your baby is on the breast and immediately falls asleep, that's a sleeping session, not an eating session. The baby can dehydrate. So feed the baby skin to skin. Don't have the baby all wrapped up and cozy because the baby will go to sleep instead of eat. Undress the baby, have the baby's skin right up against mom's skin, and feed the baby. If the baby is falling asleep before that 20-minute session, tickle the baby's feet, tickle the baby's chin, whatever it takes to keep the baby awake and nursing. Those are the two important things about intake. Now about output. The only way to tell for sure if your baby's feeding well is to count the number of urine and stools in every day. So the numbers for the first 24 hours of birth should be 1 urine per day. And then second day should be 2 urine, third day 3 urine, fourth day 4 urines, 5 days, fifth day 5 urines. So the baby should make at least 1 urine for each day of life up until day 7. So if you go home on day 3 after delivery and the baby's only made 1 urine, that is not a good sign. You must call your pediatrician right away. That urine should be a nice heavy soaked diaper, not just a guess to whether this blue line is really there or not on the diaper. The baby should also make at least 2 or more stools per day to ensure that the baby's feeding well. So I am not a lactation consultant, I'm a pediatrician. If your baby is not latching well or sucking well, we will recommend a lactation consultant for you, and there are many good ones in the area, and I will be glad to recommend one for you. If you need help with figuring out if the baby's eating enough, that's my job. The baby should come in to see their pediatrician 2 to 3 days maximum after you leave the hospital. So while you're about to leave the hospital, please call your pediatrician and we will give you an appointment in 2 to 3 days. If you call and say that the baby is not feeding well, the baby is not making the right number of urine or stool per day, we will see you immediately. That is very important. So if your baby is on the breast 8 to 12 times in 24 hours, at least 20 minutes of awake active sucking time, and the baby is making 1 urine for each day of life, and at least 2 stools per day, your baby's feeding well. You can wait those 2 days. If the baby's not meeting those parameters, please call us. That's our job. When should you use a breast pump? The answer to that question is very personal. Usually, it's a question that must be answered with your lactation consultant and your pediatrician at the same time. So that's a question you should ask me when you come in for your visit and ask your lactation consultant. I am happy to recommend a pump if you need a recommendation, or you can simply pick one that your insurance is covering. So again, progressivepediatrics.com for more information. Our phone number for appointments is right on the website www.progressivepediatrics.com. Thank you.